Okay, if you're stuck, if you're feeling like you just don't know what to do next, if you feel like you're not getting the clients that you want to be able to get, the revenue that you want, if you feel like you can't scale, if you just feel mentally stuck in a situation where you feel like you cannot move forward with your business, I'm going to show you 3 amazing free AI tools that you can use that are going to change everything that you thought you knew about running your business. So 2 of these tools are going to be very helpful towards your marketing and your business, and one of them is all about your mindset. So let's get into it, because these are going to change everything. These are the tools that I use with my coaching clients. These are the ones I've built for, especially the mindset one I built particularly for myself, and I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to talk quickly. If you want more help with them, I actually have more free training all about these tools. I just want to run over them quickly to help you out with them. Now, the first one I want to show you is called the Audience Clarity Coach. The Audience Clarity Coach, it is one that is definitely going to change everything that you thought you knew about your audience. This one is a game changer. And the reason why it's so different is because everything else out there is talking about when you're trying to build out your audience. It's talking about, oh, my client is Jenny and she's 40 years old and she has 4 kids. This one goes so much deeper than that. Why are these particular bots so different from anything else you'll find? I'm seeing a lot of people at the moment talking about downloading 500 prompts that are going to change your business. However, who the hell has time to go through 500 prompts to find the ones that you need? And also, how do you know which ones of those are actually going to be the ones that are beneficial? And sometimes they're actually not specific enough. So what I've done is I've redesigned. I've actually gone backwards through what I actually do, and I've created these bots based on the questions that I ask people, my clients, what we actually find works, what we find doesn't work. And most importantly, it's not just about understanding how old your client is, your potential client, and they drive a minivan or not. It's actually about the voice of the customer. The voice of the customer is something I rarely hear anyone speaking about. This is something that, in this day and age, the fact that no one's using the voice of the customer so importantly in building out their audience, it's crazy. And this is one that I can guarantee until this day, you can prove me wrong, until this day, I've never met anyone else who is talking about the voice of their customer. This is so important. What is the voice of the customer? The voice of the customer is what are the words that those people are using. Now, when I used to do this 20 years ago, I used to do this by buying data from data companies that would do research with people, surveys, research, and I would buy this data, and I remember you'd pay like 800 Australian dollars to download this data, and it would give you some of this information, but not as deeply as we can get now. So this is just mind-blowingly exciting in my eyes. And what we can actually do is we work the voice of the customer. So how we do it, I always recommend clicking on this first one. Who is my ideal audience, and what is the voice of the customer? When you click on this button, it's going to help you out. There's going to be step 1. It's going to ask you some questions here. You're going to just go through, and how we actually do it is just type 1 dot the answer, and then next line 2 the answer, 3 the answer, 4 the answer, and just answer those questions. The more details you give, the better your results will be. If you've already got some information from somewhere else, like if you know more about your client, then please upload that and then add in some extra information if you need to. Once you do that, you're going to find out exactly more about your audience. We're going to break it down, but also we're going to understand their VOC. And what that means is that the bot is going to go out and look around the internet and find particular people who you're trying to target and find out their deepest desires, fears, and find out exactly what they're actually saying. So then what you can do is you can get in front of the right person with the words that they are using. You'll understand their pain points better. Not just what sort of car they drive, not just the age of these people, but actually the words that they're using and the problems that they're having. And then you can build that into your actual trainings, into your sales pages, into your emails. The whole concept is your normal lead conversion is somewhere between 1 and 20%. It has so many different reasons why, if you're doing more than 20%, fantastic. You could be doing 25%, but the average is somewhere between, say, 1-2% to 20%. For example, if you're in e-commerce and you're doing 15, that's great. If you're someone like Mel Robbins, she's doing 4%, about 4%. And it really comes down to who you're trying to target. If you're going broad, you're going to get a smaller amount. So we want you to target less broad, and then you'll get a higher conversion rate. And that's so important. So we want to find that 20% of people who are going to give you 80% of your earnings. And that's what this is going to do for you. So that's the first one I really recommend you use. Completely free, use a link, and once you actually download it, then you will get access to it. It's yours to use. No one else can see it. I can't see it. No one else can get access to what's written in there. And you can use that ongoing as long as you need to. So you can come back to it anytime. The second one I want to share with you is actually the one that I call Worthy and Unstoppable. So this one is a game changer mentally. This is about mindset. This is mentally. I've set my ChatGPT to be a female voice, and it's the only voice I use in my ChatGPT. And so a lot of the time in all of my things, I will ask for an answer for something and I'll just use the voice to hear it back. It really becomes like a confidant. It really becomes like a friend. It really becomes like a therapist. And what I use this for is for the days where I get up and I've got a lot going on personally when it comes to that problematic divorce, and I've got a lot of court case stuff going on. So there's days that I wake up and I'm just not motivated to work. So I created this bot especially for this particular reason, where I get up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I've got to get working. I've got to get motivated. You can just type, or you can get started with one of the questions there. This is really about becoming more resilient and taking action and understanding that there's moments that you should be sad and stressed, and then there's moments where you need to take action. So this really makes a big change. This one is a game changer for me mentally. It's really helped with my mindset when it comes to the days where I don't feel motivated. And it really makes a difference. I've got clients telling me all the time, wow, like that, just that alone, getting up in the morning. Sometimes you can't get up and call a friend. Sometimes you can't get up and give your therapist a call. So using this is actually really helpful. Once you get started, I'm stuck in life. Where do I start? You could start there, or you could just type in, this is my situation and I need help in this way. The last one I want to share with you is actually called Audit Your Genius Zone. This is the one that I have created. I've got a new show starting soon, and this show is all about auditing your genius zone. I work with women who are all specialists in something. They have all trained, they have all learned something. I'm not working with people who are just trying to become rich online. I'm working with people specifically who have got some sort of experience, some sort of training in something where they are passionate about helping someone else. That is your genius zone. You compared to someone else will be different. Everything about you comes together, whether it comes from the training that you've done or whether it comes from your personal lived experience. There's so many different aspects that come into it, or you might have 2 or 3 different trainings that all come together in one way. And that's what makes your genius zone. It's that middle ground between everything you know that makes you truly unique from someone else. And it sounds corny as I say it, but it does. It makes you unique. And I want you to find that genius zone. So we use this tool in my show that I help people work out their genius zone, but you can use it 100% for free and find out for yourself, where is your genius zone. So you can use one of the options I have there and you can get started. And this is about breaking through the problems. So understanding what is it that you need to take action on. So let's just say you want to how to make 10K a month in less than 15 hours a week, or maybe you want to know, show me the 20% that matters in my business. I think that's one that a lot of people get stuck on because they're doing a lot of things. They're trying to do a whole lot of things over there, and we really need to bring it all back. That's why I have my calm method. I talk about, let's just get calm. What is it that you need to do? And I know this better than probably anyone because I'm terrible at it. I do my best every day to be better and better at it. And I'm constantly the one that's like, I want to add more. I want to add more. I want to do this. I want to do this. I've got a book coming out. I've got another book that that I have started, and I'm constantly doing new things. So yes, I am the queen of needing to get calm, needing to get that 20% that's really, really important. And that's why this bot is really game changing. So if you said, show me the 20% that matters, it's going to ask you the questions it needs to know. Now, with the bots, you can actually mix and match them. So, for example, let's say you get an answer here. You can then write in the question section, say, can you give me an overview of everything we've spoken about so far? And that overview, you copy and paste it into the other bots. Then you can mix and match. So, the questions here, if you've used the audience clarity coach and you've already answered some questions, you can actually put some information over here and then intermix the information. And I have other bots that are absolutely game changing as well. These are just 3 that I really recommend you get started with. Whether you're starting, whether you're trying to get unstuck, or whether you're trying to really scale. So you might be booked out, but you really want to scale your business. Then these 3 bots will really help you make a difference in your business. Please download them. They're completely free. They're yours to keep, and you get access to them. You can go back and use them as many times as you want to. If you want more help, jump into my Power Zone Lounge, where I have so much more training for you. I've got some other bots in there as well for free, and I've got lots of other AI tools that I recommend. We also have the platform where we actually help you build up your whole automation sequence without you having to go through the unnecessary steps of sticking things together that don't work. Everything we do is actually HIPAA compliant. So if you need HIPAA compliance, that is all built in completely for free. And we do all sorts of things. So if you want to know more about that, that is really where you can take your Genius Zone and take your skills and turn it, all of your marketing and your business, into an automated process, something that once it's done once, it can just run in the background. And that's where you can really grow your business and scale. I hope that's made a difference to how you think, and you think, aha, I'm actually going to go and take action. Please take action. Write a comment underneath this video. I want to know, out of the 3, which one was the one that you're most excited about for your business, or if you've got any questions about it. And also, please subscribe to the channel, because it really helps me understand what content you want to hear more about. And please leave a comment if you have any ideas for me as well.